servants through your giving. With that said, I'd like to release the ushers to receive the offering.
Welcome to Liquid Church. My name is Kaira and I want to tell you what's coming up at your church. Bienvenidos a Liquid Church. Mi nombre es Kaira y quiero dejarte saber lo que va a ocurrir en tu iglesia. Can you believe Easter is next Sunday? On Sunday, April 20th, Pastor Tim will be kicking off a very special series based on the New York Times best-selling book that is being made into a major motion picture, Heaven is for Real.
I wouldn't believe him, but everything he talks about is impossible.
We saw heaven. What does it look like? It's beautiful.
Haven't we already had a glimpse of something? The first cry of a baby, the courage of a friend, the love of a mother, a father. I see it, so I believe it.
Do you?
There are 3 reasons your friends and family won't want to miss next Sunday's service. Pastor Tim will be giving an amazing message of hope. It is the message in 2014 that you want them to hear. Our music teams will be doing some amazing music this Easter Sunday. And if you have kids, our Liquid Family Ministry team is working on pulling out all of the stops to give your kids some extra fun stuff. Who will you invite on Easter Sunday, April 20th? A couple of people from each of the services will win free movie tickets and snacks to go see Heaven is for Real. Due to large crowds of people that we're expecting, we need you to register for your free tickets at liquidchurch.com for one of our Easter services today. Thank you for coming to Liquid. And if you're new here, don't forget to drop by the New Year kiosk at the end of the service for our chance to give you a free t-shirt as a gift for coming today. We'll see you next week. Nos vemos.
As Kyra mentioned, Easter's next Sunday, and we have 3 special worship times here in Mountainside, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30. Now I know those are all early worship times, and so I apologize in advance if you're used to coming to church in the evenings, but I just want to let you guys know that we have those morning worship times, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30. And so what you want to do is you want to go online to liquidchurch.com and reserve your free tickets. You don't have to pay for it. If anybody asks you to put in your credit card information, you're at the wrong website. Okay, so free tickets, and just reserve the time to make sure you get the seats at the worship time that works best for you and your family. Inside your program are handouts, invites that you've been given. We're also going to hand more on the way out. And this is for your friends and your neighbors, your family members. Just let them know that Liquid Church is having Easter, and it's a great opportunity for them to hear more about Christ. I want to show you guys something. These are, we ask every week for you guys to hand out, to fill out New Here cards, those people that are new. This is the pile of every New Here card that we've collected over the last 6 months since launch. This is how many people have sat in the seats that you're sitting at for the first time here at Liquid Church in just 6 months. And you think about just opening up a campus and allowing all of these different people to experience God here at Liquid Church for the first time. Easter, our first Easter, is an opportunity for us to reach even more people. And so I don't want us to overlook or miss the opportunity that we have to reach out to people, to bring them into your experience of worshiping God here at Liquid, but also letting that be their experience of meeting Christ here at Liquid Church. So I hope all of you think about your friends and families and pray about them as you drop the invites off to them. So that's next week, but this week we have the conclusion of our Cold Case Christianity series, investigating the claims of the Scriptures and the claims of Christ in the early church. Pastor Tom has a great message for us, so let's check it out. but don't do it now, okay? Just don't do it now. Stick with me here, because today we are going to have a lot of fun as we examine the evidence, the truth claims found in the Gospels by using two very unique perspectives, two simple questions. The first one is, what do I see? What do I see? This is the question that any detective worth his salt would ask him or herself when they first walk into a crime scene. What do I see? Let's take a look at the evidence. Are there any clues? What do I see? The second question, the second perspective that we want to consider is this. What do they say? This is a question that you would ask the eyewitnesses. What do the eyewitnesses actually say about what has happened? In the case of the New Testament, what do the eyewitnesses or the apostles, what do they actually say about Jesus Christ and his claims and what he did and who he says he is? What do I see? And what do they say? Now, this is going to be a lot of fun, but understand this. I don't want this to just be like this mental exercise, okay? As a matter of fact, my heart, my prayer this entire week has been this. I was praying that God would give us the heart and the spirit of the Bereans. You see, I want to be a good Berean, and I've been praying that you would be a good Berean too. Now, some of you are thinking, wait a minute, I thought Pastor Tom was Korean. Oh my goodness, just do me a favor, okay? Turn with me in your Bibles very quickly now to the New Testament book of Acts chapter 17. It's found on page 772. And let me show you exactly what I mean here, okay? I want to introduce you to these people called the Bereans. In fact, this verse is going to serve as our sort of anchor verse for today. Acts chapter 17, verse 11. Let's read this together. It says this. Now, the Bereans were of more noble character than the Thessalonians. Now, why is that? I mean, the Thessalonians were decent people, right? They had a letter written to them, all that stuff. But why? For they received the message with great eagerness, and what did they do? They examined the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. In other words, the Bereans, they didn't just accept the Bible and sort of check their brains in at the door. That's not what they did. They didn't just take blind leaps of faith. You know what I'm talking about? No. Instead, what the Bereans did was they would hear the message and then they would go back home and they would examine the scriptures every day to see if what this guy was saying, what this apostle Paul was saying, was actually true. In other words, they actually used their minds. Some of you know earlier in the New Testament, in the Gospels, there were these religious professionals of the day, and they would constantly go around trying to stump Jesus, trying to corner Jesus. And one day, one of these professional religious people, one of these Pharisees, comes up to Jesus and he actually says, teacher, which is the greatest commandment of the law? Like if I only obey one, what's the one I need to obey? Jesus continued, he replies, love the Lord your God